Okay folks, today we're going to test this vintage 1966 to 1967 Chevelle and El Camino AM/FM radio. This is a real deal factory AM/FM radio. It's been fully rebuilt. It comes with a 90-day warranty. It is awesome. The original part tag is still here, but it's pretty faded. The original part number for this radio is 1967ChevelleAMFM. This particular example came out of a 67. There's a few minor differences between 66 and 7, one of which being the knobs, which are readily interchangeable. Your AM radio knobs will fit right on this and be correct. Anyhow, the other thing, in 67 there was a safety deal passed, I think by Al Nader, that rounded off all pointed things on the interior of a car. So this in 66 was a little more pointed, and then the push buttons were squared off on the ends in 66, and they had to round the edges in 67. So that's the two differences between the radio. Everything else is the same and will function as designed. Anyway, really nice example, guys. The faceplate itself you'll see in the pictures in the listing, but it has some pitting around the actual faceplate edges here, as well as you can see a couple spots in the slide bar. You probably could tend to those a little bit better and clean them out or do whatever you're going to do, but really only a little tiny bit of the chrome shows out through this faceplate. You could even paint this faceplate silver or black or something if you wanted to. But anyway, I think it still has a pretty awesome shine and looks the part when it's installed there. Anyway, we're going to test it today. I have it hooked up to a 12-volt power supply, the correct 8-ohm speaker, and an antenna. And before we get the test started, let me tell you that my AM reception where I live is pretty weak. I generally don't get stations from about here down on the dial, and the reception, we're in a steel building here. So you can see if you look outside, we live way deep down in a valley, so the AM reception is already pretty weak. That's the reason it doesn't come up until here. And then the steel building just really throws the AM off. Anyway, just know that going in, the AM does work great. Just the testing zone is not the best, but here we go. So I pulled it into the first station that comes in.
By the way, you're talking. As a chronic condition, and you can get your lock in your price today, and it'll.
Anyway, AM works. Let's go over to FM, which is probably what you're more interested in hearing.
It's 1-800-452-50. Right here, listening to radio commercials just like this.
Anyway, no static when you adjust the volume. Just a really nice service that was done to this radio.
Connect with Judd, provider and employer, aired by the California Broadcast Association.
Anyway, awesome reception all the way through the dial here. And a couple more things. I'll show you the push buttons all work here. Finally, I'll show you how to set one.
Am I right?
So let's say we like this station. You pick any push button you want, pull it out, push it back in. No matter where we go, we're right back to where we were. Excuse me. Anyhow, one more thing I'd like to show you is that this radio is multiplex compatible. Sorry for my focus here. Looks like it's very blurry indeed. Anyway, if you look at this plug on the back of the radio here, you'll see it more in the pictures of the listing. If that plug is removed, you can plug a factory multiplex adapter into this radio. And what that'll do is it will turn this radio, which has a single output channel, it'll turn it into a 4-channel stereo radio with 4 output channels that you can independently control as far as fading and balance. Anyway, very cool system. Look for one of those on my other listings. But this is a very nice radio that's ready to install just the way it is. Like I said, it was just fully serviced. You'll see these in the pictures too, but it was fully serviced. It was over $200, and then he did some extra stuff to it after, but I don't know if I had the receipt for that. Anyway, very nice original 67 Chevelle and El Camino AM/FM radio, ready to put in your dash. Don't miss it.